So, Matt, we talked to you 5 years ago. That's nuts. A lot's happened. You're a parent now. I wonder, with your kid, what's your thought about your child watching your YouTube content? Is this like a family tradition, a family business you get to pass off now?
Well, so at the moment he's 18 months, and I have shown him some of my stuff, and he's not interested in it at all, which is fine. I think when he's old enough to appreciate what I'm doing, I probably won't make it a big thing to show it off to him. If he asks what Daddy does for a living, I'll show him, because a lot of my stuff, I mean, it's quite crude. It's not the sort of stuff really a child should be watching. So I guess I'll wean him into it gently, and hope that his friends don't watch it and embarrass him too much. If they do, I'll show him all the money I've made, and that'll make him feel a bit better.
Yeah,
that's a very good question. I do think of that quite a lot.
Do you have a favorite video that you would show him to like really set out your legacy?
That's a great question. Maybe I did some early stuff while I went on. Do you remember Omegle.com?
Of course.
Right. Sadly gone now to the annals of history. But I went on that.
Is that how you say that word?
Omegle?
Annals.
Oh, Will.
So. Okay. Well, what's the alternative?
Never mind.
How do they say it in Florida, Will?
I've only seen that word written. I've never heard it said out loud. So,
well, it can't be anals, can it?
Will's been saying that to all his friends.
I've been saying it like that because I thought, British people say it differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like sort of like.
I'm sure it's annals.
Yeah. He calls me up sometimes. He says, "Tom, can we talk about the annals of history sometime? I had some thoughts about it."
There's this new Odyssey movie coming out from Christopher Nolan. I had some thoughts about the annals of history.
Because isn't that where you get anniversary and annual from?
Probably.
No one's saying happy anniversary.
Will's also saying that to me. I've told him my wife doesn't like when you say that. It makes her feel weird.
My whole life has been a lie. I'm discovering this now in this moment.
So it's the annal. I'm going to say it's the annals of history. And I did one where I asked them to. Actually, the more I think about this is a terrible idea, because I asked them to make like a superhero army, come up with a superpower, and I thought, well, he'll like that because he likes, kids like, superheroes and stuff. But actually thinking about it, that was one of the most sexually charged videos I did, because obviously you ask Omegle what superpower they want, it's gonna be. Can I swear on this podcast?
Oh yeah,
please.
So it's going to be big dick. It's going to be all the perverse ones you could think of. So I'll have to think hard on what video would be halfway appropriate for him to watch.
I can't wait for. I was just say I can't wait for the day that you sort of turn your success against him to try to guilt him, sort of like, you know how hard I work. I have to go do. I have to make funny videos for 3 hours every day to pay the bill, so you can eat that dinner.
But I don't work that hard. Is the issue?
You're being too honest. You're being too honest. You got to lie to your kid. You got to be.
Yeah.
Listen,
Oh, yeah.
It was back in my day before ChatGPT. Editing was really difficult. Just make something up.
Yeah. You had to cut your videos on film. You had to cut the strips of film, staple them back together,
like Martin Scorsese. Hours in the room editing.
I might turn my light on. Stay there.
Okay. Well, he's doing that. Let's do a brief introduction to Matt Rose for anybody who's listening who maybe doesn't know his work. Will, you're a big fan. You've been a fan for a while. Do you want to set him up? Maybe let him judge your intro to him, of him?
What have I missed?
Wow. Well, Tom put me on the spot for an intro for you, Matt Rose.
Okay.
As your biggest fan amongst the group, I would say that your work has improved. Some of the Omegle stuff has not aged incredibly well, but much like any great artist, once you find your groove and you really find your niche, it becomes habit and it becomes sort of established. And Matt Rose,
can you remember any of the stuff that hasn't aged well?
Well, I'm going to use your example of Big Dick Omegle, man. In the Jeffrey Epstein era, Matt Rose, I don't know, man.
You're still allowed to have a big penis.
Are you?
Has that changed? Yeah. What's the policy on that?
I don't know.
Really? Well, I should have known before I scheduled that surgery.
No, obviously some stuff hasn't aged well. I mean, some stuff hasn't aged well, but some stuff aged poorly when it was set. It's Omegle. I'm not in charge of anything that comes out of Omegle.
That's
I'm
true.
just there to be the ringleader.
Yeah, don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So Will,
Okay.
Will, in that introduction, I don't think that if anybody's listening to this and they're not already a Matt Rose fan, I don't know that they gleaned a whole lot other than he made some big dick jokes at some point. Maybe
I've met Matt Rose 5 years ago, and I still have no idea based on that introduction.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's do a take two then. Okay, live take two. All right, with us is Matt Rose, a very highly acclaimed YouTuber and a tremendous success. Many people are saying. We are happy to have him on the show. I think you've produced what, Matt? Now like 250 videos, something like that.
bit more than that.
Bit more.
I think it's over 300.
Wow.
I
Damn.
know.
So you've outlapped us a couple of times. So we look up to you, YouTuber Matt Rose here. As you can tell, I've prepared heavily for this intro, and Tom did not put me on the spot. I spent a week on this, and yeah, happy to have you here with us, Matt. We're Americans, as you can probably tell, as you already knew, and you're British, which immediately puts us at odds. But also means that we're supposed to be tremendous allies and friends. So I'm a little confused about our country's relationships, but I'm sure we'll get into that.
You're talking sort of like how an alien would talk, sort of pretending to be a human. Why are you talking like
I'm floundering here because I didn't really prepare an intro, and Tom was just like, "Hey, man."
yeah,
we are American, still American, and I understand that makes us global allies.
Yes. Well, I was trying to pull a page off. You'll like this joke. I was trying to pull a Keir Starmer and say nothing but a bunch of things at the same time. How did I do?
Yeah, not very. Yeah, I mean, I don't like Keir Starmer. I mean, next thing you've got to do is ban cigarettes and pornography.
Yeah, he's already banned big
the
dicks,
two
I guess.
biggest-
I don't know.
I know. Yeah, it's the fun police, I guess.
It's not very cool, is it? It's sort of like
Oh.
Did you ever go to what you would call a slumber party, and what we call a sleepover over here? And like the kid's mom was just sort of really strict and sort of like, no, you've got to be in bed by 8 p.m.
Fun mom.
And that's sort of how I imagine. That's sort of how I feel Keir Starmer is a little bit. Just anything fun. He goes,
Yeah.
well, no, you might hurt yourself. Let's get rid of that and maybe just go to work instead.
Yeah, great at parties. Definitely want a guy like that at your party.
So, whilst we're on leaders of countries,
Yeah,
I'm trying to think. So 5 years ago, did you have Trump in charge 5 years ago?
yeah, I think you last time we talked was the end of Trump 1, and then we didn't talk during the Joe Biden mirage.
Biden.
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys have the mean sleepover mom, we've got a very confused grandpa who's in charge. You had sleepover and you're like, don't know if he knows I'm here. Don't know if he's going to feed me.
Yeah.
He might kill me. I don't know if I can relax or if I should laugh.
Why
'Cause-
hasn't he got trousers on?
Yeah,
Oh
right.
no, he's
Exactly.
making the dog lick his genitals again.
Yes.
He's grabbed the peanut butter. Here we go.
Yeah. And we keep
Great.
electing these people. We've decided 3 presidencies in a row of that is what America wants.
Enthusiastically at that.
Yes. Yes. But we yeah, go ahead,
Do
Matt.
you have because when we vote, we have a fair smorgasbord of different sort of parties to go for, all terrible in their own ways.
Right.
Do you have that, or is it just really the big two?
Just the big 2.
It's
Is
the
it
big
really?
2, and they're terrible in their own ways
And
as well.
You don't have any alternatives that you could just vote for.
We have the RFK Jr. Green Party, so you
Yeah,
can
we
vote
have
for
a
that
Green
guy.
Party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we don't have. There's not like a coalition that gets formed between these other parties because the 2 have enough support and enough mechanisms that really the only people on the ballots that can get more than like 10% of the vote will be either a Republican or a Democrat anywhere. So the other ones are there to throw messages, or somebody like Ralph Nader caught a lot of flack because he'd sort of say, I'll hurt your margins a little bit from, the Democratic side to push you. Because if I can just bleed a couple points, then you might lose an election, but you might get those points back if you concede to whatever policy idea I have. So it's kind of all a lot of mean sort of negotiations of power and not a lot of options for the voters ultimately.
This is more political conversations than I thought we'd be having. But, no, that's. I'm pleased to learn that.
Do you want a safe word for like when we're getting too deep?
Too academic. I'm sorry.
A good idea.
No safe word.
And now,
the shackles are off. Okay.
Yeah.
Or the shackles are on. I don't know. Whatever.
We have a chap who he calls himself Bin Head, and he has a bin on his head, and he always runs for Prime Minister.
Yeah,
popular?
He hasn't won yet, though. That's surprising.
It gets increasingly popular
Really?
each year. Yeah, well, of course, yeah.
The worse the bar gets for the actual politicians, the more that the man with the trash can head becomes quite popular.
Yeah. Do you not
funny.
have any sort of joke candidates?
Oh, they
that
win.
Look more appealing.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, accidentally they win, or maybe on purpose.
Yeah, I don't know.
mean, Kanye West ran.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Do you not have to be? I thought you had to be at least like 60 to run. Or was that not right?
I wish.
I think it's.
It
I
has to
think
be
they
80.
wish they raised the age. It's 75 now.
75, no big dicks allowed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I know Will wanted to talk about tea primarily. So before we get too off the rails and become a political show, I thought Will, again, I'll set it up to him because he had this idea for like, I don't know, months now. He's been pitching me. He says, we got to get Matt Rose on. Will's really into tea. He's so into tea now, he actually started a tea business.
Did you?
And it's I think it's primarily an Asian tea business, not an English tea. So you will have some antipathy toward the English tea varieties or the Irish tea varieties. Where are you on tea these days?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't have any antipathy towards them. I'm not a hater, so to speak.
Yeah, not on mic anyway.
Not on mic, and definitely not behind your back, Matt Rose. No, but I have been getting into tea since COVID times. It was sort of my release, so I didn't go stir crazy or accidentally become a rabid alcoholic during lockdown. I just decided, you know what, I'm going to get into tea. A lot of people use it to they switch over from coffee. A lot of people use it to whatever, just relax, unwind. So as I was getting into tea, I was learning about the history of tea and, having it as a sort of commodity on your shelf and sort of where that came from. Like, we take it for granted very easily that it would just be on the shelf at all times. But, back in the day, there was a bunch of very slow wooden ships that had to carry this all the way across the world. And that made it sort of expensive. And anyways, getting into all that stuff, I think that that tea itself is very fascinating, and I think each culture having its own sort of spin on tea culture is sort of interesting. And I guess a good question for you would be: do you drink tea as a Brit, and if so, how do you make it?
So that's a great question. So, firstly, I don't think that Brits drink as much tea as you think we drink. I imagine that you've got this idea in your heads that we sort of prance around all day like Doctor Who in a Monty Python skit,
Right?
just endlessly drinking gallons of tea. I'm not a big tea drinker.
Really?
I will certainly always take coffee over tea.
Interesting.
I used to, when I had really bad hangover. If I have a really bad hangover, I will drink a disgustingly sugary tea, like 8 or 9 sugars. So it's like pollen, right? Because I just need that to charge my body back up. As I get older, I now drink more tea than I used to. But certainly, I would never buy a cup of tea out in like a Starbucks or anything.
No.
So every British house will have tea in their cupboard.
Nice.
Whenever you have people around, you will say, "Do you want a hot drink?" You will always offer tea or coffee. I think most people would probably these days prefer or ask for a coffee. Tea, whereas so we have a kettle, of course, which I don't think you Americans have.
No, most of them don't. But speaking as one, I have one.
What a condescending tone there, Will. Most of them
Yeah.
don't have. I, of course,
Most
have
of
a
them, you
great
know.
kettle.
So how, if you didn't have a kettle, how would you make a cup of tea?
You'd have to microwave your water, or you'd have to boil it, I guess, and then dump
Yeah.
the pot, like the steaming hot pot of water, into a mug. It's a mess.
Some
you know?
people have a
It is
little
a mess.
faucet that does hot water immediately. There's
That's
a little-
true.
I have one of those. I moved house recently. I have one of those. They are very
Nice.
good. They're
Yeah.
extremely dangerous. Because you forget what setting it's on. But yeah, so I probably drink a lot less tea than you imagine I drink. When I do drink a cup of tea, I make it very strong.
Nice.
2 tea bags, squeezed
Ooh.
to death.
Good.
And how long you let? What's your brew time? How long you letting that brew?
Good question, bro. Good question, bro. Yeah, so I'd probably, if I was doing it English, British style, at least 5 minutes, maybe even 6
That's quite
or
a long
7.
time.
Yeah, I know.
That is a
Will,
long
don't
time,
say
but that's
6, 7.
good.
We're on YouTube. You can't say 6, 7
I thought-
anymore. Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, not 6, 7 minutes. 5
Yeah,
minutes.
yes,
5 minutes
yeah.
only.
5 minutes. Yeah.
Is
thanks.
that too strong, or is that it'd be a
It's a long
builder's
time.
brew, right? Something like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
If you leave it too long without stirring, you get weird crap floating on top. I don't know if
If you use different water for that, you can get rid of that.
yeah. Do I have hard water? Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. It took me a few tries to figure out that I definitely have hard water. And also there's forever chemicals in my water. So I have to filter it for at least 2 reasons.
But they taste great.
Right.
The forever chemicals.
They
add a
do
nice
taste
little
incredible.
Yeah,
The
mouthfeel.
scum on the top of my tea from the forever chemical water is actually not bad. It's sort of like a cheese foam from Starbucks.
Well, so the English, they put milk in their tea too, right? That's a common thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have black tea.
Okay.
I have no milk in this tea because I'm a no milk,
That's-
no sugar
We have
guy.
Show me that
whiskey
again.
in there.
Yeah.
It's light. It's because it's brewed Chinese style. So this is
Yeah.
gonna be, this is brewed for 10 seconds.
10
Which
seconds.
you'd be like, what the hell does that even taste? It probably tastes like hot water. Actually, it
So is that a herbal tea?
it's like a brick tea. In China, they have tea that comes in like kilogram bricks, and it sounds. The more you get into it, the more it just sounds like drugs. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, Will's tea business. He's just got these big bricks. He cuts into them with a knife. Sticks.
I cut into the
has
middle
a little
of the-
taste of it. Yeah, that's a good tea right there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Was that
Why did Boston throw all that tea in the water way back when?
They didn't want to pay taxes on it. That's it.
Was that-
Americans just didn't want to pay taxes. That's why we fought you guys.
So hang on. So we were selling you tea.
You were selling us tea that was cheaper than what we had. Because apparently having done a little research on this, Americans would smuggle their tea, and then through some sort of very complicated British diplomatic tactic, what they wanted to do was provide cheaper tea for the colonies so they could tax it.
Okay.
And then in doing so, Americans were like, that's ridiculous. I'd rather just drink like black market smuggled tea from the Dutch. And then they dumped all the British tea in the harbor.
Will, can I
But
suggest?
nobody-
Don't forget how stupid Americans are and always have been. It could be that one dude thought this through that much, and a bunch of other people
Yeah.
were sort of like, "Yeah, we're dumping all the tea in the water. This will be cool and fun."
Yeah.
And then just momentum kind of took it over from there.
Yeah. We get to smash some stuff up on boats.
Yeah.
I've
What
always
are we-
wanted to do that.
Yeah, we're dumping out. They probably didn't even know it was tea. It's just like, we're dumping out
Yeah.
this guy's bucket of stuff in the water, and he's going to be mad about it. And that's funny when he gets mad.
We're going to smash up his crates of bricks, whatever this stuff is, black, like sort of tarry stuff is in brick
But you still pay tax, so it didn't do anything.
No,
Did
it didn't
not
work
work
out.
out
We
for
paid more
us.
taxes now. So,
But
I don't
hey,
know.
people still talk about it now.
I know. 250th anniversary of our country. We're paying more taxes than ever.
And people are still dumping shit in bodies of water, like Chicago turning their river green every year. You know, we're still
Yeah.
trying to hold
Yeah.
on to that high.
Yeah.
trying to dominate nature by dumping things into waterways.
We're not dumping as
Have you
much
heard-
tar on people and then putting a bunch of feathers on them, though. I think we got
that's
over
true.
that.
We've evolved a little bit, kind of.
Are you au fait with the molasses disaster?
Oh, the Boston molasses disaster that
I
drowned
don't know.
like
If,
20.
yes. Well,
Yeah.
it was a huge tank of. So I've for some reason I went down a Wikipedia rabbit hole not that long ago about disasters caused by tankards of liquids breaching.
Love that.
The Canadian
the
maple syrup disaster of 2026.
Well, there was definitely a molasses one, which is a bad way to die. So people were like running away from a tidal wave of molasses, right? Which is a nasty way to go. And then there was, I think it was either in Scotland. There was a whiskey one.
Ooh,
so
I prefer that one.
Yeah, that's how I want to go.
Yeah. Me too.
A huge sort of tank, hundreds of thousands of gallons of whiskey, just sort of poured in a tidal wave down the street.
You know, for 1 second, that had to have felt like heaven. You're just like,
well, loads of people, well, not loads of people, but quite a few people died. And I looked into it, and you think, oh, what? God, what? So they drowned? They go, no. They died from liver failure in the days afterwards.
Oh my God.
You could just step out your door and you're up to your shins in whiskey. So they're just
yeah, they're trying to take advantage of their good luck.
This is an insensitive question, but was it a good whiskey?
Probably not, because it was a while ago, and it would have mingled with dirty Scottish streets.
It would have cleaned the streets, right? The streets never been.
It would have cleaned
sanitize them a little bit.
That's a very good point. I don't know if it was a good whiskey. I hope it was.
Where's I want to, like, remember those movies, Dante's Peak or whatever, those volcano movies? I want something like that, but it's the molasses disaster,
Yes.
Pierce Brosnan got to save his family from the molasses that's slowly going to come, encase the town.
I love it. And it's in a slightly cold place, so the molasses is moving like a little bit slower than normal. So he's got plenty of time, but he can't convince his family that this is a real disaster.
He gets away from the molasses one, but there's a whiskey flood down the street. There's just sort of all of the things Matt's been looking at all in the same area.
Pierce Brosnan's trying to tell his family. He's like, honey, we got to go. She's like, I feel like the tidal wave of whiskey already hit you before you came home.
It's not honey, it's molasses. You could do an 8 episodes on Netflix where it's a different huge liquid-based disaster each time.
Pierce Brosnan moves his family to a new town in every episode, and then there's one of these disasters to the same family. Oh, I'm glad we moved to this new small town where things are going to be quiet for once, and then the alarms are going off. People are screaming.
I can't wait to start my new life in this little cottage next to the jam refinery.
Good thing they've never had any accidents.
Did you watch on Netflix that thing called Trainwreck, where it's like a different disaster each time? Poop Cruise. Now, that was one of the best things I've watched since I spoke to you all last.
That's some good shit, if you will.
What's the Poop Cruise? I don't know a ton about it because I'm one of those people. I hear that title and I sort of think, I don't know if I need that in my brain. But now that we're talking about it on the show, I guess I do need it in my brain. What was the Poop Cruise, Courtney?
Oh, it's so good.
I want Matt to explain it. I'd rather listen to Matt.
Okay, all right.
So get comfy. Poop Cruise. It was a cruise that was going that sailed for 3 days to Mexico, stayed there for a night or two, and then it was on its voyage back to America. So it was on the last day of the cruise. So essentially, the holiday's done, right? You're in that point of the holiday. I had a little weekend away. I came back from holiday just yesterday. That point of the holiday where you just want to get home, right? Your holiday's done. It's the voyage back. Everyone's hungover because it's a party. Even Mexico, it's a party town. It's a party cruise. Everyone is hungover, full of Mexican food, and just wants to get home. And then, unfortunately, on this cruise, there was a small fire, but put out fairly quickly. Unfortunately, what it does is it eats through all the electrical systems. So the ship is now stranded with no power, floating aimlessly in the sea. Unfortunately, the flush of the toilets are powered by electrics. So there are now many, many people on this cruise that can't get off, brimming with hungover shits, and none of their toilets work. So they're told, if you need to shit, do it in this little bag and throw it over the side of the boat.
Why did they need the bag? Couldn't they just sort of lean over? Was it just a sort of fear of
leakage, Tom? Leakage.
Okay,
that's too dangerous. Because imagine that. Imagine it's rocking.
Yeah.
Go over
14 stories into the ocean,
and they're there. They are. I don't want to ruin it too much, but they're stranded for days. days and days, and it's fascinating how quickly how quickly humanity goes tribal. Right, they branch off into little tribes. Everyone's having just sex, just there on the, in front of each other. New little religions are popping up. My favorite point is that at one point they see another cruise in the distance, a big boat coming towards them, and they were going, "We're going to be saved. We're going to be saved." But the boat just goes past them, and what's happened is their stranded ship has now become a tourist attraction. So other cruisers are coming by to look and take photos of this ship full of shit left adrift in the sea.
I thought you were about to say this other ship goes by, and then they were maybe thinking about saving some of these people, but the wind picked up. They got a waft of what this place must have smelled like, and they were like, "Never mind, we'll call somebody else." Yeah, good luck.
We'll circle back.
You got to watch Poop Cruise. I love that. I love that train wreck. I love watching little disasters like that.
Yeah, I have not seen it. I'll check that one out. But okay, Courtney, tea. You had some tea that you wanted to talk about as well, right?
Oh my God, yes. So definitely thought about tea in a different light than what Will had in mind. So I was actually looking up the gossip. What's the hot goss? I learned that Susan Boyle got a new haircut. Wondering if that affects you in any way and how you feel about her being blonde.
What?
She's blonde?
Wow.
Guess I got to pull this up.
Ooh, she got the Roseanne Barr facelift.
And apparently she's still single.
Oh my goodness. So what's she been up since she was on TV? She's the one who sang "I Dreamed a Dream." Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's she up to? How many years ago was that?
On X Factor or Britain's Got Talent.
What was that, like 2007? Like 20 years ago?
That was like 4 Simon Cowell faces ago, right?
All right, here's the new haircut, I guess.
Like 3 or 4.
Oh, okay.
What a queen.
I love it.
Good for
her. That was like pretty piping hot tea in my book.
The last I heard about Susan Boyle is that she'd released an album and the hashtag was Susan Album Party, but unfortunately the hashtag as you read it reads sus anal bum party. She trended for that.
It's not sus anal.
No. Well, okay. It's open to interpretation. So the last I heard,
nobody gave her the benefit of the doubt.
The last I heard was sus anal bum party, and now she's blonde.
It's hot, right?
Incredible.
Yeah.
Whiplash.
So, Courtney, I guess when you said tea, what I think of tea is usually bad news, but you're saying this was a good haircut. She went to a good stylist.
Yeah, like you ever heard the term like, "Oh, face is tea, body is tea." Like that's some good gossip in a good way.
Is it gossip if you're like, her hair looks good now? I like this new. That's just a compliment, though, isn't it?
I don't think gossip always has to be negative.
Okay.
What's it like what's gossip like over there, Matt? Is it always shit talking?
That's a good question. Does gossip have to be defamatory and negative? I don't think so. But I think is gossip the idea? Maybe it does.
It's more fun.
I love.
I think it's got to be scandalous in some way, right? So no, I think you can get good goss.
So okay, so like two people. We think about, I don't know, it's like a high school hallway. You get the mean kids at the end of the hallway, and they're just like, "Wow, her face looks good today." Can you believe it? It's like jealousy would have to be part. So like if my hair looks worse than Susan Boyle's, then I might say, look how good her hair. I fucking hate her. Her hair looks so good today.
Yes.
But I don't think if you say her face looks bad today, I wouldn't call that gossip.
Okay.
It's just observation.
Yeah. It's just truth.
It's like it's just somebody's opinion.
Gossip is like, you won't believe this.
Yeah.
Definitely. Gossip has to be served piping hot. Otherwise, it just otherwise no one cares. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Has to be steeped for 6 or 7 minutes.
It has to be lukewarm tea over here. I only steeped it for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But it wasn't
No, it's okay. You didn't want to burn us. You didn't want to burn us right away. She's starting with the low temp tea, and we're gonna get to the gossip tea that's so hot, Matt, that you might have to just drop.
She's turned the faucet on.
Why do you know Susan Boyle? Is that show's not on over there? I mean, it's a terrible show.
It did make its way over here.
Did it?
Yeah. So that was kind of mean. I feel like the way that she was always presented was look at this person. Can you believe she has a good voice? And I think that was a universal story around the world. Everybody was shocked.
See,
Now,
but
Simon-
there's the gossip where they're like, "Oh, she has a good voice."
Right.
Simon Cowell's face is good gossip now. Because have you seen
absolutely.
No,
how it looks like? Have you
I-
not? It
I haven't
looks
seen
like.
him recently.
That's incredible.
Well,
Have
Matt's,
you seen when like?
Matt's got the
Have
hot
you seen
tea.
when dogs? Have you seen when dogs get stung by bees and have to take them to the vet? That's what his face is like. Now I've met Simon Cowell.
Really?
So yeah, because I was on Britain's Got Talent.
Really?
You were?
When?
Yeah. So this was 2011
Cool.
when
Oh
I just graduated. Look at that. That's actually. I mean, that's actually not
Wow.
a bad picture.
I know. In light of everything, that's
Yes,
not even a
look at
bad
that one.
picture. Yeah.
Look at that one on
Yeah.
on the bottom right.
It's
Two
sort of
over,
like-
two right.
Oh,
my God.
ah,
Whoa.
jump scare. My God.
He did
Yikes.
that to himself.
On purpose.
He goes to his plastic surgeon and he's like, "Can you make my eyes slant a little bit in a weird direction?"
Yeah. Can you make my
In,
face more droopy, please? I'd like that.
In 2011, I graduated, and rather than get a job, I applied for every single TV game show to see if it was
Amazing.
easier to win a game show or get a job. And so I was on a few different, including a baking show. It's the first time I ever baked was on TV, pretending to be a really good baker.
Oh man, that's so fun. Do you remember what you made?
Yeah, I do. Oh, this was an absolute disaster. So you had to audition. So I asked my girlfriend to make me a roulade. My girlfriend's not bad at baking. She made a roulade, which I took to this audition when I made that. And they went, "Oh, great. Yeah, we'll have you on the show." And so the brief was you had to make a 21st birthday cake. And so I made a bacon peanut butter whiskey birthday cake.
Ooh.
And
The
it was
Elvis.
I can't bake. I was asking the camera people, how much milk do I put in this? And they go, "You don't put milk in the cake." It had over half a bottle of whiskey in it. At one point I had to fry up some bacon, like, so I was candying bacon to put over the top.
Right.
And you had to decant all your ingredients beforehand into various vessels because they couldn't show any brand names on TV. So I'd had to decant all this whiskey into like a ramekin, a really sort of wide ramekin. And I was supposed to be drizzling it over this bacon, but the whole thing went in and the pan just burst into flames. Meanwhile, I've got two actual bakers. One is making these microscopic like roses out of marzipan. The other one is weighing sort of micrograms of sort of goat's milk or something. I've got a flaming pan of bacon and whiskey. Going, "I know what I'm doing."
Smoke alarms going off.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. No, yeah. So I didn't get through to the next round on that.
Did the judges try your cake, and if so, were they like, not bad?
Yeah.
Sort of a bit
So
woozy.
it was one judge who was called Eric, and he kind of went, "Oh, that's interesting. That. Oh, it's interesting that." And then the cameras cut, and he just sort of went, "What is this?" He didn't throw me under the bus on camera, but you could
Yeah.
tell he wasn't happy. So I can't bake.
So
Something.
I bet your face was very funny to watch during that because like this somebody kind of slowly panicking as they realize they've talked themselves into something that they don't know how to do is that's amazing TV.
It's on YouTube somewhere. Someone, I don't know. I mentioned it once, and someone found it. This weird little show, but don't watch it because it's too cringe.
Okay, I won't do it here. I'll watch it later.
Yeah.
So with Simon Cowell, you met him. Was he? I mean, stereotypically, if people remember Simon Cowell, he was the guy who was sort of gruff and judged everybody immediately in a very harsh way. That was again good TV because when you hate a person, you get the heel. That's fun, but sometimes a little uncalled for. What was he like with you?
Yeah, he was a dickhead. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Exactly as you imagine. They were all the judges were.
Surprise.
I think.
Huge
Well,
surprise.
it's because again, I went on stage to do a talent I don't actually have.
What was the
So-
talent? What'd you say?
It was thrown. This is Britain's Got Talent, so it's not singing. It's you could do anything.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it was throwing things in the air and catch them in my mouth. Right. So I went on stage and like missed most of them, and I finally got a quail's egg in, and I thought, "I can beat this now." And then I ended up with a lit candle, which again I got in, but everything else I missed. And then so obviously there's buzzers going off everywhere. And then eventually I just sort of stopped, and they just looked at me as if to go, "What? Why did you waste 5 minutes of my famous life with that?"
So they
That
didn't.
had to have felt nice, though.
In the
You're like,
first
yeah.
story, though, you had a cake that at least somebody else baked. In this case, they didn't vet whether you could actually catch things in your mouth at all.
Oh, excellent question. So I did the audition, and I was worse in the audition than I was on the day. But if you watch Britain's Got Talent, they love it's something like 70%, you know, a mawkish kid that can sing really well, and then it's 30% gibbons and losers that are just humiliated. So they could tell as soon as they saw me, right, he's going to be good for the montage of Muppets.
Did they tell you when you're just flailing there during the audition, and they sort of stamp the Gibbon stamp on your little resume? Did they tell you, Matt, that was amazing? This was so. We'd love to get you on the show because you're so talented.
No, because my audition was so bad, there was no way they could have said that, and it would have seemed anything other than a lie. They just went, "Yep, thanks very much." And then in my head, I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll improve over the next few weeks and surprise them. And then when they say, "Oh, there's the idiot for the Muppet Brigade," and they're actually really good, but I just didn't get around to it. So on the day, I was just as bad.
But you must have
You're
known
like,
that would be
"I'm
funny.
practice."
Like, you know, that's a funny thing to flail around and do. When you come up with that idea, was it sort of that the failure itself would be useful for you?
To be honest, throwing things in the end, catching them in my mouth is kind of the best thing I can actually do, and I'm not even very good at that.
That's too bad you don't do that on your YouTube channel, man. We could have
Oh,
I'm trying to find if there's anything I can.
live demonstration.
I would actually like a live demonstration. That'd be great. Just so we can prove it.
Yeah. Will, do you want to be Simon Cowell? You can sort of just say mean
Yeah,
things to him.
alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be Simon Cowell and Courtney. Okay, so Matt, I'm gonna be Simon Cowell, and Courtney can be who's a British celebrity? Azalea Banks. That sounds British, right?
When I was on, it was Alicia Dixon.
Alicia
Was,
Dixon.
one of the judges who sings "Messy Boy" or something.
All right.
Messy boy.
Courtney, you got that? Got impression on hand already?
Got it.
Perfect.
Miss Dixon, and then
I'm
Tom.
gonna try and throw this little hand in the end, catch it in my mouth. You ready?
All right, yeah, go ahead.
I'll try it again.
All
No,
right,
forget
yeah.
it.
Ooh.
Hot PTSD, bringing back bad memories. Wish I hadn't done that.
It's the noise it made when it hit your tooth.
Yeah.
Did it hit your tooth?
Yeah, well, on the day, obviously, stuff was clanging off my teeth, left, right, and centre. You had
man.
you had David Walliams there as one of the judges, who's now been cancelled
Ooh.
Oh no.
for being maybe a nonce or maybe just a bit inappropriate.
A friend of
then
Jeffrey
you had-
Epstein.
More
then you had
tea
Simon-
there.
Simon Cowell, yeah, but Simon Cowell back when he had a slightly normal face.
About
yeah,
three
Jesus, what-
faces ago, Simon Cowell.
And then, well, what was worse is it was in Cardiff, which is in Wales, right? And this is when I had basically no money to my name because I just graduated, and it was something like the train I was supposed to get. There was something like the last train I had to get was 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. And so I was hoping to be on stage and out by 10 p.m. But then they told us, "Oh no, you definitely won't be out by 10." And I certainly didn't have the money to afford a hotel or anything like that. And I didn't really want to spend the night
In
the
Wales.
cold. It was just in Wales is fine, but it
I'm
was in the
just
middle of in the middle of winter. So, and I didn't want to be literally out on the streets in Cardiff.
Yeah.
So whilst everybody else, and all the acts are in this big room, right, waiting to go on stage, and whilst everybody else was practicing, my main concern was I'm gonna have to try to befriend someone in order to stay at their house tonight.
Hey, Simon, you got an extra room?
Yeah.
Mr. Cowell, you fancy a pint after this?
And so eventually I managed to blag staying with a girl group that played ukuleles.
That sounds fun. Speaking of sleepovers,
It was pretty fun, yeah.
It kind of sounds like worst case scenario.
My whole life is a worst case scenario.
So, Matt, do you ever think about as you become a veteran of YouTube, you're sort of the elder statesman of the YouTube form. There's all these new people coming up, like the Rizzler or whoever, these young kids who are trying to take some of your your space on the internet. You could mentor maybe a young YouTuber. You could be sort of like Paul Newman with Tom Cruise, show the ropes to some who the next generation of YouTube. What would that be like?
I think that would be awful. Firstly, there's plenty of room for me and the Rizzler on YouTube. I don't think we're stepping on each other's toes. I don't particularly want anybody in my little arena, right? I don't want these youngsters doing YouTube. Get a proper job.
So you're the opposite of, you're like if Paul Newman ran into Tom Cruise in The Color of Money and he was like, yeah, why don't you apply for a job at that gas station across the street instead of, give me that pool cue.
Exactly that. Well, how would you ever tutor some young podcasters?
Well, we're just not successful enough for that to be a good deal for them, but it would be fun. We've often joked it'd be fun to have somebody who's kind of like wants to get into, media in some sense. And so they maybe have no overlap in interests or humor with us, but they're like a producer and a sometimes personality, and they just never laugh at anything we say, never really know what we're talking about. I think that'd be great.
They don't get any of our references. They're like, I don't know, the boomers that I work for, they need me to edit this, that type of energy.
Yeah. Oh God, they're doing a 15-minute riff about Clark Gable again. I don't even know who that is.
Ooh, what's this movie, Gone with the Wind? Yeah, it's problematic. I wouldn't mention that.
Yeah. Courtney, I feel like we do this to you sometimes as well. You're like, I don't care about any of the stuff you guys have been talking about for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I am the future podcaster that's getting mentored by these men for the last 5 years. Yeah. Emphasis on mentored. They're really teaching me how to coexist as a female in this space by just sitting pretty and then, sometimes saying things.
There's probably times though.
Well done, well done, lads. That's,
Yeah. Well, we're trying to round out the show. You know what I mean? It's just two guys talking, and in today's day and age, two guys with beards talking on stream is a dime a dozen, Matt. So we had to have Courtney here.
Less likely to get canceled if there's a pair of ovaries hanging on to it,
Look, if we got canceled, that means people paid any attention at all. They knew to cancel us, to look in our direction.
I know.
Which, let's have that be a reminder of liking and subscribing.
Oh, yes. Please like and subscribe on YouTube or on our Substack. You can get bonus episodes. You can get the whole archive of everything we've done at y2kshow.substack.com. Matt, we're terrible at telling people to follow us and subscribe and anything that would help us benefit or profit from the show. What's a good strategy? If you could be our Paul Newman for 5 seconds here, what's a way we can actually engage our audience a little bit more?
That was supernatural. That was the way you just segued into that was that was really pro. How can you engage your audience? Maybe you could do a competition.
Ooh.
Maybe you could set them some sort of challenge. Or what I like to do is I've always wanted to just leave random USB sticks around in public with a little note that says, play me, or even not.
Use me.
So you could just upload episodes and just leave them on USB sticks in random places. Might get mistaken for a bomb. Might make the news.
Yeah. We say this is not a virus. We put that in writing on it.
Yeah. We plugged it into a hospital computer. I don't know what happened after that. I don't know what else is on the USB stick, but one of our episodes was. We're really sorry about that hospital hack.
There was a chap. I think it was in America that he would make sort of USB sticks and he did loads of them, put them in a bottle, chucked them into a river, and all that was on the USB stick was a single image of him dressed in the Scream mask, holding a knife with his knob out.
Wow, that's like the Moses of our times.
Yeah. Google it.
Google. I don't
trailblazer.
It's like the OG Omegle.
Yeah.
Have you not heard of that guy?
No, he's American. You said, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
can you look it up on Google?
I can look. Do I have to show a picture? This guy's going to be naked in this.
It'll be censored. I think.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Thank God.
He's famous. He's in the news. His parents are like, yeah, our son's doing well. Everyone's talking about him.
He's in the Daily Mail. He's doing all right.
The Daily Mail.
Well, I'm googling this. Okay,
He's on
Matt,
page 4.
my search is not going. I'm saying Ghostface
Page
Man
4.
pictures, bottle and river. What should I be googling here?
Messaging bottle.
Chucked into river.
Messaging bottle. USB. Halloween penis.
Penis in a bottle.
Halloween penis.
Penis in a
Tom,
bottle.
Tom, do that in a private browser, okay?
I know. Yeah, all my algorithms going to be
British.
so
We
screwed
don't want to
up.
end up on a British list of stuff that we shouldn't be Googling.
Yeah. I mean, who knows
in
what
case.
kind of ads I'm going to get as a result of this?
Yeah.
Oh my
A
god.
lot for the spirit costume warehouses. Do you guys have a bunch of like Halloween stores that pop up in the fall? Just like
Yeah.
random warehouses.
Ours are open like all year.
Ooh.
Like fancy dress shops are
Yeah.
open. Obviously, they get a boom around Halloween,
Yeah.
but they're open all the time.
You don't have like
Interesting.
random, like we'll have open warehouses for years, and then one fall, like spirit Halloween costumes will come in for like 60 days
Interesting.
and then move everything out.
We get that more with Christmas. You have weird Christmas
Ah.
pop-ups selling rubbish and tat. Any joy on the old penis in a bottle?
I
mate?
found a picture of the bottle, and then there was a link to the image, and I thought, I don't know if I want to click on that.
Okay. fair enough.
Matt Rose got my account hacked. Now I got to switch my bank passwords because I clicked on this thing looking for a picture of some guy's penis. I don't know.
Can we talk about knobs a bit more? Because I've got quite a talk about that.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Have you seen the documentary The Last Member?
Yes. This is about a museum, right? It's like the penis museum.
Yes, in Iceland, where he's got a penis of every animal, bar
Yes,
one.
like which is man.
human.
Yes, the most dangerous penis is missing.
It can't be the most dangerous penis. Some animals
No.
have got like barbed penises, right?
Yeah, like the corkscrews and the
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
in the sense of the metaphor, the male human penis has caused a lot of havoc around the world. Maybe it's the most abstractly the most dangerous penis, if not physically.
Sort of like how
Metaphorically.
mosquitoes are like the most dangerous animal, but
Yeah,
mosquitoes are
yeah.
just Okay.
Metaphorically fine, but if you were to see all the animal penises sort of
Penile.
splayed like a rack of medieval weapons, I think the human one would actually look quite benign compared to some of these sharp, corked sort of speared ones.
Well, they're probably
Yeah.
picking the
Anyway.
weirdest looking ones of each animal, right? It's not just like average kind of boring one. You're going to gravitate to the grotesque, I imagine.
Well, if you were going to that museum,
Well, if I'm looking for, I'm Mr. Whatever in Iceland, and I say, okay, I'm looking at all the different rhino penises. I'm going to pick the weirdest one I can find to put in my museum. I'm not going to pick the boring, nice looking one, probably.
yeah, I don't think there's a huge variation in.
I was gonna say,
Right.
also, how would you have such a big selection too? They're not gonna be like, here's like 5 different rhino penises that are like embalmed in a jar.
This
Take your
guy-
pick.
he's
Which
got-
one you like the most?
He's in the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark. There's a million boxes
A
of all the
warehouse.
different penises, of all kinds. He's like, we got to
A
keep digging.
warehouse.
This one's not good enough. Get me 15
do you-
more rhino penises.
Do we think humans have the most variation then?
That's kind of my question, I guess. I don't know.
The most dangerous variation.
I don't know.
Wow. Internet listeners, let us know if you've got any insight into this.
Yeah,
Well,
I think they do. I think they must because
Right.
people, don't they? They get piercings and
Yeah.
tattoos.
That's
and,
true.
But also,
Mutilations.
yeah, a couple diseases that affect curvature.
does that not happen in? There's not
That's
a
true.
there's not a
Chimps
rhino
don't
with.
get that and stuff.
Yeah.
Tom's hooked
Hang
on the
on.
rhino
You're-
stuff. I'm
you're-
gonna switch the animal here just for the
You're all
sake of
talking over each other. All I hear is penis, penis, penis.
What
Let's talk about someone else.
what did David Harbour have in that show, that HBO show? The disease.
Peyronie's.
Peyronie. Yeah. Is there a dolphin with Peyronie's disease out there?
What's Peroni? Peroni's a beer.
Oh
it's
well,
an Italian beer. Yeah,
it's also I
It's,
guess
also a disease.
a disease where you get a curve in the penis, which I thought, again, as far as variation goes, you'd sort of say like, here's a traditional dolphin one. Here's one that has Peronis. So it's got a 90-degree angle.
Peroni is my favourite beer, and now you're telling me it's named.
Are you serious? Oh no.
Maybe.
Well, it can't be named after that. Because why would you name a beer?
No, it's
You've
spelled
brewed a
differently.
lovely beer.
Anal,
it must be,
anal. It's
Yeah.
Some people
Yeah.
have.
Does it just affect dolphins?
No, I don't think it affects dolphins. It affects humans. But I'm saying, as far as variation in the museum goes, maybe we'd have to find some disfigured ones of all the different animals to show how they vary.
Like a sort of like a mutilated platypus penis,
Right. Yeah.
Instead of the sort of the
Does it
aesthetic.
curve up or curve to the side?
Side, I think.
All the above.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay.
Does it?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mansplain Peyronie's disease, Courtney. Please take this. Let us know. We'll listen.
I'm just saying, as somebody that has done a little bit of field research, I have noticed that there are variations to curvature.
To the side is interesting though, Matt. I do agree. To the side, it's going to be hard to work with. You know what I mean? It's sort of like you're walking into a gunfight and you got a banana in your hand. And you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? You know?
I like that you addressed that to Matt specifically.
It's just going to influence. It's going to influence so much. You could pick around a corner.
Well, yeah, a lot going on here. The documentary is about the museum, and I can't remember. Did they end up finding a human who was going to donate his member to the museum?
Yeah. It was. In fact, there was sport for choice. There was one guy that had said, right, when I die, you can have my knob. And then there was another guy, I think American, that was saying, I really want you to have mine whilst I'm still alive. And he named it Elmo. And he was getting around. Oh, and I think he tattooed the United States flag on it, by the way.
Ooh, wow.
I'm pretty sure I remember that.
Yikes.
And then he was just getting round to the operation to have it cut off and posted to Iceland. And then he got a call saying, "You never guess what, mate? We've already got one. We don't need yours anymore." He was gutted.
You can't have
Well, at least-
an American flag tattooed on the only penis in the penis museum that's from a human. That's not the way that the human race should be remembered as far as penises go.
And also, it wasn't the whole American flag. It was just like one star and one stripe because that's all he could fit.
So it wasn't going up on the wall next to the bigger specimens. It was going on the wall sort of near the smaller, the smaller ones.
Well,
Since
it's
it
a
couldn't even
tricky
fit.
flag to tattoo on a knob.
True. You got to have enough square footage.
There's so much going on in your flag. Same with I mean,
True.
we've got quite a busy flag in the UK.
I mean,
That's
you
true.
could do like the 13 original colony, just the stars around, right?
That's true. The
Yeah,
Betsy
nice
Ross
idea.
flag. Yeah.
But it could just be really tiny, right? Like it's a hint
Just
of an
stick and
American.
poke.
Yeah, I can sort of tell there's the colors, there's the stripes. I don't need to count every single little star with my microscope or anything.
You're like, wait a second, where's Hawaii? I don't see the 50th star on this. And your wife is like, hey, Tom, we've been here for 4 hours. Let's go to a different museum.
Right.
Please.
Honey, my flag's half mast. Let's go.
Yeah, don't let the
German
flag
would work well.
don't let the flag touch the ground. You have to
The
burn
German
it.
flag would work, but that'd be a weird one to tattoo.
Graham
Anywhere.
Plattner has that, I
Anywhere.
believe, on his penis. I don't know if you've seen the news.
What was that?
Really?
Graham,
Little gossip.
oh yeah. Here's some tea. He doesn't actually have the German flag tattooed on his penis, but there is a guy running for Congress as a Democrat here in the U.S. who had, I guess, an SS Nazi tattoo, and he's sort of been telling everybody like, I just thought it looked cool. I didn't know what it was. So he might have. Who knows what's on his penis? I haven't seen it. Could be all kinds of
That's
tattoos.
incredible.
So I think that's something. Oh, so sorry, Matt. I think that's something for our listeners we could ask. Like, do you have any crazy genital tattoos you want to share?
Oh God, yeah. We're gonna really
Is that good
cultivate.
for engagement, Matt, or no?
I don't
No,
know.
I
if
like
it's-
bad tattoos is a really good angle. I
So
once asked I once knew someone who worked in a tattoo laser removal clinic, and they said the majority of bookings they get are people that have got the tattoo that day.
Really?
Oh my
So
god!
they get it and they go home and go, sod this. I want this off now.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
That's so funny.
No.
I mean, that's like
You're
I buy a shirt, or I buy. You know what happens with me is glasses. I'll buy glasses because you see a model wearing a pair of frames, and you're like, oh, those look great. Those would look great on me. And then you buy them. You get the prescription put in. Takes 2 weeks. The second you put them on, you're like, yeah, no, my face looks stupid in these. That was a bad decision.
Do you have any tattoos, any of you?
I don't.
I'm a coward, Matt, so no.
Two.
What have you got, if you don't mind sharing?
This guy right
Nice.
there.
Ooh,
This guy right there.
that's
What's
cool.
that guy? What's that
It
guy there?
says Serenity for
Very nice.
an
indeed.
homage. Yes.
I used to work with a guy called Simon that had the word beer and an arrow pointing up tattooed on his bottom lip.
Wow, that's what Simon Cowell had before his first surgery.
Incredible.
Are you tatted?
No, I have a very small 71 on the back of my leg, which I got as a dare when I was 17.
Nice.
Why was it?
And nothing else.
What's the significance?
Yeah,
I can't even remember.
you just
I
had
think
a
I was
dyslexic tattoo artist that was like, "You want 17, right?" And then you're like, "Yeah," and then you look at the tattoo, you're like, "That says 71." They're like,
Yeah,
Well,
it did it in the mirror, yeah.
yeah, makes sense.
Wow.
But no, nothing else.
Matt, are you worried about AI? Is AI going to take the job of YouTube
Yeah,
nonsense?
I hate AI, yeah. Well, it's already bleeding into YouTube quite a lot. YouTube, to be fair to them, they don't do many good things, but they are cracking down quite heavily on AI.
Yeah.
Anything even remotely AI, they seem to be getting rid of. But no, I don't use it because I like to think of myself as a vaguely creative person,
Right.
and so I've got no interest in using unoriginal thoughts spat out in the form of an algorithm.
Yeah, I think I can tell now sometimes people, when they're doing a podcast, they do the intro or they have some kind of rant they want to go on, and they seem to be using ChatGPT or Claude to organize their thoughts. And you can just hear that stupid rhythm that an AI has, and somebody will just sort of launch into, they must be reading a script that AI wrote them, but they're still pretending like it's off the cuff. Makes me worried about people's brains.
I'm good at spotting when stuff is written by AI now. There's so many different clues, and it annoys when people don't clock it. AI loves the rule of 3, so it'll be like blah 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 blah, blah. No bullshit, no da da da, just this. And
Right.
honestly, I respect that.
I just used Claude
Rubbish.
for the
Crap.
first time. I used Claude.
What's Claude? I've never heard of Claude.
Claude is just one of the other ones, and somebody was telling me, somebody who's a lawyer I know, he's like, oh, the premium Claude is really good. It saves me a lot of time. And I'm not a lawyer, so maybe whatever he's using is fine for it. But I fed it some stuff that I was working on and asked for some general advice just to see what was it going to say here. And what I found was it gave me like 3 pages of sort of notes on something that I fed it, and it kept using the word genuinely. Like, this is genuinely very funny. This is genuinely a very interesting way to do it. Genuinely, I can't believe this. And I think that's funny. It's like an interesting tell that people feel like it's not genuine when a LLM compliments you, so it's got to overdo it now. And then some people must be like,
yeah,
he said he's genuine when he tells me this is really funny, so I think he means it.
It's real.
got to be real. No, I don't like it, and I try not to think about it because it makes me sad and scared.
I was at a wedding this last weekend, and the father of the groom had shared a speech that was very clearly written by chat, but then decided to mention, he said, I asked ChatGPT if it was appropriate for me to compare this wedding weekend to D-Day because they were getting married on D-Day. And he goes, and chat said it was fine. And all of us are kind of looking at each other like, get advice from chat. That's great.
My moral compass is ChatGPT.
What similarities did he say between?
So between marriage and D-Day, it takes courage, commitment, and sacrifice.
Oh boy. Yeah, one of you is gonna die. One of you is gonna go to Germany and get hit by a bullet.
Yes.
It takes courage.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
That's a
that's like a joke. You would wish that was a joke in a sitcom and not a real wedding you attended, where somebody hopefully was like, this guy's delivering this, hoping that people will burst into tears at how beautiful it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was so good. And no intersection of like, this is important because we have family members that fought or because of what. It was just like,
None of us are in the
tomorrow
military.
is D-Day, and also you're getting married.
So was that the father of the bride?
The father of the groom.
Ooh.
Father of the groom was saying,
Yes.
"There's my boy," and I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
you-
My
It's-
boy's going to end up
it's
on
gonna
one
be-
of those fucking beaches over there in Normandy, face
No,
down
not-
in the muck with his leg blown to bloody fucking hell.
He's not even saying that, is he? He's saying
No, yeah.
being with my son is akin to the hell of D-Day. This will ruin your life being with this young man.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is
Your
why-
wife
God
is
damn
gonna
it,
be-
you'll get out of it with courage and strength and commitment.
This is why father of the groom is not invited to speak at a lot of weddings, I think.
Yeah, this was at the rehearsal dinner, granted. So, like, at least there was a smaller crowd for it. But yeah, whew.
So the rehearsal dinner is sort of like, here's my big speech for tomorrow. He gives it, and everyone's sort of like, yeah, no, we don't have time for that, actually. But thank you. It was very beautiful.
Yes.
Tell ChatGPT I loved it.
So we never have the father of the groom never speaks at a wedding here in the UK. Is that quite rare for a father of the groom to
Yes.
speak? Yeah,
I believe
was
so.
gonna
I think so.
My
And,
dad didn't even stay. He went to my wedding, and then we did the dinner that evening after the wedding because it was an early wedding in the day. And he about halfway through the dinner just sort of got up and he was like, "Oh, there's a soccer game on, so I'm gonna go. Have a good night."
You're joking.
True story.
Oh man.
Yeah, so which is fine. I don't need him to give a speech. Frankly,
I would have loved to hear what your father would come up with, though.
man.
That'd be hilarious. He's like, listen, the
fantastic.
game's on in 5 minutes, but I got a tight 5 here. All right, my son, yeah, pretty good guy. Being with him, gosh, how could I put this? It's like storming the beaches of Gallipoli. You're just gonna get gunned down and mutilated. And yeah, that's it. Everyone have a great night.
He's checking
Gotta
the
get
the
going.
score of the game on his phone as he's giving the speech. Sort of has to incorporate like it's kind of player names. Yeah, my son's kind of like so and so who's just kicked the
son's
ball.
like
Wow.
Mbappe.
Yeah.
My son's like Mbappe. He's a talented soccer player, knows what he's doing, tough guy, smart guy, starts to become more and more Trumpian.
Turns
Looks
into
good when he sweats.
he's just sort of commentating on the game as he's going. It's a lot like this game that's happening right now that I'm watching on my phone.
Much like
to be fair, weddings, how a wedding's going to end. Whereas a soccer game got a lot more twists and turns.
that's true.
Ooh.
This is like the D-Day
see-
thing, but it's the opposite. So this wedding is not very much like this game that I'm watching right now. Unlike D-Day, which is like this wedding.
Although I used to know a girl, used to work with a girl who jilted her groom on the day, left him at the altar.
Ooh,
Now that's tea.
That's
That
a
is-
good tea.
man, you just burned my mouth with that tea. What did she cite a reason, or she was just like he's a dickhead, or
I can't remember. All I remember is just the mental image of just him standing there going, now this is late. This is late. And then
yeah,
think of the money. People have taken the day off work.
yeah,
You've got the venue booked after.
yeah. That's so funny.
Wow.
He's
What
like,
do you do? Do you plow on with the day? Do you still there's a chef which has prepared 50 meals. What's happening with those?
Do you have to give the gifts back?
Yeah. You're
I'll
like,
keep the gift.
I'm keeping that
Yeah.
blender. Just announces to
I
everybody.
actually needed a Cuisinart.
Would you ask for your gift back?
I just
I would.
wouldn't.
100%.
I'd say I bought this on the assumption that you were getting married.
yeah.
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 If
Listen, you're a good friend, but not that good of
I think best case scenario, the gifts are on a table somewhere, and then everyone's a little distracted, and you can just sort of sneak over and grab the box, and then make your way out with it.
And of course, you've got. I assume it is the same as in the States. You've got, the venue split down, so you've got his side and her side in regards to friends and relatives. So there's going to be animosity between those two sides because she's the one that's legged it. So now you're in a room with the two clans.
Yeah, they're about to get served food that may or may not get in a fight. That sounds excellent.
I wonder if you could do some sort of reality show kind of idea with that.
You have to
That
find
would be fun.
troubled people who may not actually go through with the wedding, and then you sort of follow everybody in hopes that it's going to maybe not happen, so you get the big dramatic climax.
No, I was thinking more like a sort of jury duty thing where you orchestrate it and then watch people's reactions. I don't know.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll volunteer as a single woman right now. I think we have enough time to like write a little bit of something of a background, and then
Have any of you had any ideas for a kind of reality show concept that's not been done?
God, I
Good
think
question.
they've all.
I'll tell you mine. What I
Yeah.
think.
Please.
tell us.
So, it's called The Mix-Up. So, do you have Love Island over there, or do you get that sort of idea, right?
Yeah.
So you've
Right.
got a kind of you've got the Love Island sort of lovely beaches and villas and stuff like that, and you've got the sort of people that typically go on there. You're sort of bikini models and big muscly men, etc. And then there's another island, which is proper survivalist, Bear Grylls, jungle, inhospitable. And you've got a group of people that love that sort of being on your own, covered in mud, survivalist stuff. And so they're each going to spend 2 weeks on their respective islands. But never guess what? There's been a bloody mix-up. And so the Love Island crew are going to the horrible island full of poison ivy.
Ooh.
And the survivalists that don't like spending time with people and just love, hunting
Eating
and
raw fish
Yeah.
out of the stream
Yeah.
and stuff.
they're going to the luxury villas and romance pods, and it's called The Mix-Up.
I love it. Both of those groups of people will absolutely hate it. So that's great TV.
Yeah, I think that's
all I'm interested
the
in.
basis of TV. People having a bad time. Whether it's real. I mean, anything you can get close to the real reality of somebody having a bad day tends to be pretty compelling. So my ideas are all just sort of like, how can we make this messy and make this person mad somehow?
I am very interested to hear those ideas. Can you tighten that up? Have you got any specifics?
I don't have a ton of specifics. I mean, I'll say as far as English content that kind of scratches that itch for me. I love the trip, Coogan and Bryden just having a terrible time with each other. When they make each other laugh, but just that tension between the two of them, and in particular, people in beautiful spots letting their actual baggage sort of follow them instead of pretending that when you go to Love Island, it's just going to be a perfect, beautiful time. You're still you, and you still don't like yourself. I think that's the basis for kind of a drama and reality TV and kind of everything I love to watch.
I do like that. The other idea I had was a dating show, possibly
Ooh.
called Scared Stiff, where in have you heard like in plane crashes, like 30 seconds before they go down, everyone's fucking each other because it's sort of that the blast of endorphins and adrenaline that your brain goes when you're terrified makes you really horny. And
Wow.
so
Yeah.
it's a dating show based around the concept of it's like Fear Factor meets a dating show.
Amazing.
Can I say though?
So you're gonna pretend to kill these people and see if they just start have any chemistry. That's
Well,
so
no,
funny.
it'll be like they'll be on a date, right? It'll be imagine that you're in a room
Okay,
when
okay.
there's a table, and if ever there's an awkward silence more than 10 seconds, you release another snake in the room, or you could bury two people alive in a coffin for an hour.
Okay.
That's great.
or you could have two groups of people skydiving, and then we forgot the parachute. And just sort of see what happens as
Yeah,
they're
see if any of
tumbling
them hook
down to
up.
the earth. Yeah, see if
Yeah.
any of
Yeah.
them hook up. See if they have. I mean, I don't know much about gravity, but see if that sort of works out for them. As they're plummeting.
I'll say this: when I'm on a plane, usually I'm not seated next to somebody who I would want to make a move on or to make a move on me, even if we were dying.
Yeah, you're all scrabbling around, you're all running up
Yeah.
and down the aisle,
Getting
going,
bounced
no,
around,
no,
Tom.
no.
Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
right. I'm hoping I
You're
bounce
Like a ping pong
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah, hopefully I land next to somebody who's attractive instead of the annoying, smelly
Yeah.
person I was sitting next to.
Yeah, and make sure
Yeah.
the plane is definitely crashing and it's not just a slight turbulence.
Otherwise, you got to call your wife for a different reason.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to crash.
You're getting escorted out of the plane after
That's
you're
a-
landed in handcuffs. You're like, listen,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it was gonna crash.
Yeah. Look, you get a hall pass when you're going to die in 5 minutes. All right, that's how it works.
That's how you get to the 1,000 Mile High Club, guys.
All right. Well, Matt, we have eaten up a bunch of your time, and we are so grateful to have you. Can we do a plug? Is there anything you want to? I mean, you have so many more people who already know you, but anyone who maybe doesn't know your stuff, where to find you? Where can we direct our audience?
Just Google Matt Rose.
Matt Rose. All right.
And you'll get me, or you might get a Hollywood prosthetic designer who's now dead. So it's not him, it's me, Matt
Very
Rose.
much alive.
Yeah, you got rid of him.
That's good.
Yeah.
The last Matt standing. That's good.
All right. So thank you.
Always such a pleasure. Thank you very much. Sorry to
Let's-
talk about penises so much.
That's
Who are you sorry to, Matt?
Sorry?
Who are you sorry to? Certainly not just the
Oh.
lady.
No. Just all your listeners.
Yeah.
Hey, let's do
it's
this
okay.
before another 5 years.
I was just gonna say
Yes.
that. Yes.
Whatever
So,
you want.
or it'll be
Whatever
like
you
the Before Sunrise movies. Every 9 years, Matt and us reconnect for a day. But anyway, thank you again, Matt. It's been great.
Right. I'll love you and leave you. Goodbye. Take care. See you soon. Be good.
Thanks, Matt.
Bye.